Friends, there is a Russian proverb that says, if you try to catch two rabbits at the same time, you won't catch even one. This proverb basically conveys that we should focus on only one task at a time. Because when you try to do two or more things at once, none of them gets done properly. Based on this concept, Gary Keller wrote a popular book, The One Thing. In this video, I will discuss the summary, important concepts and life lessons from The One Thing. This video will prove to be very productive for you. So make sure to watch till the end. Let's get started. Number 1. Explore your one thing. Since childhood, we are made to believe that everything in life holds equal importance. That is, everything impacts our life equally, whereas the reality is very different from this. If you observe for yourself, you'll see that 20% of our decisions impact 80% of our life. For example, suppose you become a teacher by profession. Then your friends and situations are decided accordingly. Teaching is your profession, but it also influences your behavior and other aspects of your life. In some cases, your profession doesn't just become a means to earn money, but it actually becomes your identity, your very sense of self, and you are recognized as a brand. You will find thousands of examples of people who have achieved success simply by mastering one field or skill. But the problem arises when a person is unable to choose that one field or skill for themselves. These days, there are many counselors and consultants available to help tackle this problem. But in the end, you have to find your own one thing yourself. Other people can certainly give you a little push and motivation, but the decision is ultimately yours. To help you find your passion, you can listen to the book summaries available on our channel. They will definitely help you. Number 2, aim big, but start small. When you decide on your one thing, you want to achieve success in it as quickly as possible. But this is the wrong approach. Whether you want to learn a new skill or expand your business, every big journey begins with small steps, and it is only through these small steps that it is completed. That's why, no matter what your field is, your small steps and decisions matter a lot. If you consistently put in effort every day towards your goal and invest your time, you start to become a different person. With consistent practice, not only does your main skill definitely improve, but your soft skills also get better over time. On the other hand, people who don't value small steps and caught up in instant willpower make big decisions, end up facing significant losses. For example, if I want to open a pizza shop, my initial focus should be on improving the taste of my main item, pizza, and the quality of its packaging, not on decorating the shop. Number 3. Build habits, not willpower. Friends, you must have noticed that whenever we start something new or change our goal, our willpower is at its peak in the beginning, but then it starts to weaken. The reason behind this is that at that particular time, our focus and energy are at a very high level, but we are unable to maintain that state. This is like a natural event over which we have no control. But as human beings, if we want, we can increase our willpower. The simple formula to increase your willpower, which anyone can follow, is to consciously develop your habits. Most of our habits are formed unconsciously. That's why we aren't able to break them. But by consciously forming habits, we keep control of our mind and our willpower also increases. Number 4. Tips to increase productivity. When you pursue your goals, you face many disturbances because outside conditions are mostly not in our favor. But these disturbances greatly affect our productivity. So, for this, you can try these productivity tips. The first is the time blocking technique. According to this technique, you set a certain time limit for yourself to work on your tasks. For example, if a task will take you 2 hours to complete, then finish it in 4 shifts. Take a short break after each shift. This way, your focus will remain intact. Generally, this technique is called the Pomodoro technique. The second tip is the prioritization matrix. This technique is very simple, where you decide the priority of your different tasks, determining which task to complete first and which one later. You can easily set your priorities according to your work deadlines and situation. The third tip is avoiding multitasking. Multitasking means doing several tasks at the same time. Today, in the name of multitasking, millions of people in the corporate world are being fooled. Whereas multitasking is just a myth that we have given far too much importance to. There's a popular quote about multitasking: unless you are God, avoid multitasking. So if you don't want to compromise on the quality of your work or your deadlines, never follow multitasking. Number 5. Learn how to say no. Friends, often you too feel hesitation in saying no to others and explaining your point of view. This happens to most people, and this problem can be easily solved. Basically, the main reason for this is that you are deeply attached to those people or are dependent on them in some way. Even if you are not financially dependent on a person, it is possible that you are mentally dependent on them. Now, the first step to overcoming this problem is to clearly understand your own beliefs and ideology, and to reduce your dependency on others. The fact is, as human beings, we can never be completely self-dependent. We need cooperation from some people for the survival of our body. That's why humans are also called social creatures. But when you become independent in other aspects, such as financially, emotionally, and mentally, you can respond to others with both yes and no. And you can also negotiate with them on your own terms. In many situations, saying yes to avoid long-term loss is also a wise decision. And this is based on your experience. As your experience grows, your ability to make decisions also becomes sharper and more confident. Number 6, stay motivated. To consistently work towards our goals, we need motivation. Often, the motivation we feel is like Diwali sparklers. It burns brightly for a short time and then fades away. But when you pursue your goal, you need long-lasting motivation, because if you're not motivated, you might even quit your goal. If you look at it, there are two sources of motivation, internal and external. External motivation is what we get from other people or situations. Your family or friends also motivate you and encourage you, which helps you achieve your goal as soon as possible. This is a very good sign, but let's assume that there are only a limited number of people in your life with whom you can share your personal matters. In that case, internal motivation or self-motivation is the best option for you. When a person depends on external motivation, they have to compromise in other aspects of life. But by being dependent on internal motivation, you can get motivated instantly, which is a positive aspect. That's why I also recommend self-motivation. Number 7, live with a purpose. Having a meaningful purpose in life is very important. It's not like someone else will tell you the purpose of your life or that you'll have some magical dream to reveal it. Often, we look at even simple things with our mathematical minds and wonder why they seem so complicated. The purpose of your life could be to live a good life, or you can make your life purpose even more inclusive by connecting it with other people. The actions we take in our lives, the professions we choose, or the impact we have on society, all of these represent our purpose. That's why, for a satisfying life, it's important that your life purpose is inspired by moral values like honesty, love, respect, and so on. So friends, this was the summary of Gary Keller's popular book, The One Thing. Its important concepts and life lessons. Friends, you will find the link to this book in the video description. If you liked the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video with more book summaries and life lessons like this. Thanks for watching.